We're kind of not in Oregon anymore like we were in our last video.
Kind of not.
Yeah, we're kind of not. We're kind of in North Carolina, so. Okay, so it's been quite a while since I've given y'all an update, and I think it's been about 3 weeks since I've put a new video up. We've been on vacation for 3 weeks. That's my excuse, but I'm going to get caught up. But for now, we're going to try to catch you up with what's been going on.
First things first, it has been 1 year
and 1 month of living right here in this fifth wheel.
Yeah, shoebox. Or wobbly box is what my father-in-law calls it.
The wobbly box.
Yep. So we want to tell y'all some highs and lows. Alright, so one of my highs was where Montana and Wyoming meet, like near Yellowstone. So we're an hour and a half from Yellowstone. That is probably probably my favoriteest place we went.
Really?
Yeah.
That was Shoshone.
Shoshone.
Yeah, National Forest.
I ain't good with Indian names. But, what was your high?
I have a lot.
Well, I know, but...
I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just fun getting to pack up and move to a new location whenever you want to, really.
I always thought travel days were kind of fun and exciting to... Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I enjoy getting my coffee ready, getting in the truck, and just driving to the next spot. So,
another high would be the people we get to meet. So we get to meet people from all over the world, and that's one of the best parts about. I'm not a big planner, so I depend a lot on locals to kind of tell us what the best things are to do in the area, because who better to ask than somebody who's lived there their whole life?
That's the way to do it. I mean, you want to know a good place to eat? Ask some locals. You know what I mean? So that never really fails us neither. So, but anyway,
there are a lot of highs, and your highs are really high, but your lows are also really low.
Yeah.
So there are lonely times on the road when you're not around anybody.
If you're a big time people person, probably not gonna like Wyoming.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
unless you're just at Yellowstone and the places where a lot of people are.
Yeah, and it's not COVID. But
that has been a big low. COVID.
Yeah.
So this whole year has been kind of crazy.
It's a huge shocker to really the RV community, I think. I mean, because it's just jacked everything up.
Everything. Yeah. I mean, our first few months I'd say our first 6 months on the road were great. I mean, so great. And then the last 6 months have been pretty awful.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because you can't do really anything like we're used to doing. We're used to going and learning the history and just going and see the monuments and things like that. Well, now you can't do none of that. So when you travel there, you're pretty much just seeing the place, which is great. I mean, we love doing that too. But it's
not the same.
Yeah, I mean, we're having to school our kids during this period too. So, a high for them is like getting to take them there to see the stuff we're learning about, and COVID just kind of wrecked all of that. So, I mean, I think a low for me too would be when stuff doesn't hold up just right. The truck started overheating, and we basically hightailed it.
Well, what had happened was we didn't like the way things were going for us once we made it to California. Yeah. We spent some time in the redwood trees, and that was great. No disappointments there. But once we started going into Southern California, things got really bad really quick. So we decided, we don't really want to be here anymore, and we were already missing our family, and COVID had just really messed everything up. So we decided to come back to the East Coast.
Yeah. Well, when we started this way, we started having trouble. The truck started overheating. Well, I noticed it was blowing coolant out of the coolant reservoir. And sorry, I'm having to think about all this stuff. It's been a while. So I started researching it and trying to figure out what was going on. Meanwhile, it started overheating. It overheated in Colorado,
Well,
Utah.
actually, it started in Utah, right?
Yeah. So anyway, about 2 or 3 places it started overheating. So we made a decision, and we done in 5 nights. We made it from where, Colorado to here.
Well,
So
I think, once we left California, it was California to North
yeah,
Carolina in
that's
5
right.
days.
Yeah. So we done some serious driving at night. Relied on coffee a lot of caffeine.
It
But-
was some long, long nights.
But we done it. We got it done. So
Yeah, we made it back.
that's right.
So we're here in North Carolina
Yeah.
now. Been here for 2 months at least.
Yeah. So we done 3 weeks of vacation. We just come off that. 1 week with her family, 1 week with my family to the beach, and then we done a week by ourselves at the beach. So that was good to kind of relax. We're getting a little antsy to do some stuff. So we're definitely not traveling anymore. And because of the truck and all the stuff that went on, the camper's basically falling apart, like y'all know. The Suburban just got out of the shop, had to put a new transmission, new rear main seal, and motor mount. And now the motor's making noises. So, our stuff's wore out.
You can just call us Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, that's pretty much right, because it's making all kind of noises and things it shouldn't make. My truck has a blown head gasket, so that is a huge expense. I could pretty much buy a vehicle for what it's going to cost me to fix. So, with that being said, we're not traveling anymore right now, so we don't know what the future holds.
But the funny thing is we kind of had already decided we were done traveling
Yeah,
before everything really made it
crashed.
this bad.
So we had some ideas of things we want to do, some open doors that we thought may work out. So we tried to walk through quite a few doors.
And they pretty much slammed in our face.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Every time. And right when we thought we had found something, it just shut. So what it basically boils down to is we're waiting on the Lord. We'll see what He wants us to do. I'm going to continue to work and do things.
Yeah, I want to clarify when we say we're waiting on the Lord. That doesn't mean we're just sitting here not trying.
Until we run out of money.
Honestly, we have tried so many things and it has failed. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking when you have the resources to do something and you feel like you're supposed to do it and you still can't do it.
Yeah.
So,
basically that just tells us
it's not God's plan.
That's right. It's
And
not God's plan, yeah.
so we're just waiting on that right open door to walk through. We know we haven't came all this way just to come all this way.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're waiting on that opportunity that
Yeah.
we do have an open door. We're not ready to tell you about it yet.
Yeah.
It's kind of big, so we don't want
It's
want
very
this
big.
door to slam in our face and then everybody know. I mean, I guess that's kind of bad, but
Yeah.
it's just
Some things you have to keep to yourself until it comes out. So we'll see. We'll keep you updated and decide whether or not we're going to share. But until then, we're just going to pray and seek the Lord's face and see what He wants us to do.
and we're gonna stay busy.
Yeah, that's one thing. Something we found out too is we like to stay busy. It's different when you're traveling, but when we're stopped, we like to do something. We like to stay busy. So we have a lot of stuff that we can do while we're here. But that's kind of a blessing just to keep us busy. So we are gonna keep doing that, pursuing the Lord, what He wants us to do, our passions, and just keep trucking.
Yeah,
I mean, you
keep
can't
living.
stop,
Yeah,
Even when things don't work out the way you want them to, you still got to keep living and keep going on and keep walking through the open doors. That's all we're doing is looking
Right.
for the door that He wants us to. And we've got one door left. He's pretty much shut everything else, so we're just going to keep walking through that door and see where it goes.
until it shuts, we're just gonna keep going. So
That's
I
right.
read something the other day that said, when you haven't heard God tell you to do anything in a while, just do the last thing He told you. So,
Yeah.
we're kind of in that spot where he hasn't said anything and we're not sure what to do.
Yeah.
But we're just going to have faith because we know he hasn't left us here and there's still a plan.
Just
So,
keep living. I mean,
just keep living, just
can't
keep,
stop living.
taking care of the kids, feeding them every day is a full-time job.
Schooling,
Homeschool.
feeding, yeah.
So we've got plenty we can do.
Yeah.
Kind of sad not to be on the road anymore, but I don't want to get stranded somewhere.
We still have a lot of videos too that she's working on editing, and it's a lot of work, so y'all be patient, but they're still coming.
Yeah, I'm going to catch up soon.
All right, well, kind of give y'all an update, let you know where we're at, but we'll see y'all later.